You want to get big shoulders and big arms? Well, in this week's version of Thorough Thursday, we're going to be going over overhead barbell press. So let's get to it. So before you attempt this exercise, make sure you are ready to do the exercise. So by doing this, we're going to sit against the wall, keep our arms straight, and raise them as high as we can until we can either touch the wall or we get to a sticking point. So the reason I want to say this is barbell overhead pressing, if your shoulders and lats aren't mobile enough to go through the range of motion, then it's going to cause a lot of shoulder issues down the road. So it's better off doing exercises like landmine presses or Viking presses until you can get your shoulder mobile enough to go through that overhead position without any issues in your shoulders. So if you are able to touch the wall and keep your arms straight up and down, then we can move on to the overhead press. So when doing this exercise, go ahead and grab the bar about shoulder width apart and then crank your elbows through so that way the bar is resting on top of your shoulders as you're going through the movement. So while it's just resting there, you're going to keep your upper back nice and tight, shoulders back. With your head, as you press the bar off your chest, you're going to move your head back, and then as the bar comes past your head, you're going to push your head through and reach your arms through the sky as tall as you can. So the reason you move the head back and forth is that way your shoulder blades can come back together as much as possible. So this is going to allow you to press the bar overhead and keep your shoulders stable. And then once you get it to the top, just slowly lower it back down to the shoulders as gently as possible. So a big common mistake I see a lot of people do with this is when they try to go up and press, they try to keep their wrists straight up and down. So if you're bench pressing, that's the right thing to do. But when we're overhead pressing, you want to actually let the wrist fall back a little bit. So the reason we do that is if you look at the movement as you're pressing up, it's going to allow the weight to come back towards your upper back rather than on top of your shoulder. So you'll also see this hand position when people do snatches or jerks. So overhead pressing is a great way to get yourself ready for that. So I hope you guys found this version of Thorough Thursday useful. Tune in for more content. Please visit the website of gogiperformance.com.